I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and part 2 of the dogfight between the Motorola DROID RAZR MAXX and the HTC DROID Incredible 4G LTE starts right now. Part 2 of an interesting dogfight battle between a new device and then a device that's a little bit older but has some killer specs and was just upgraded to ice cream sandwich. Before we get too far into that, gotta give some love to my boys at Best Buy Mobile because they hook us up with phones like this and like this for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game, which we turn around to you and give to you on the site at PhoneDog.com. When you walk into Best Buy Mobile to get either of these devices, you're gonna walk out without dealing with rebates. You don't have to wait for the debit card. You don't have to wait 8 to 10 weeks for the paperwork. All that annoying stuff about rebates at Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out paying an after rebate price. I love saving money. I hope you do too. At Best Buy Mobile, you can do that. Let's take a look here. DROID Incredible 4G LTE. To give you a recap from part 1, if you didn't watch it, I hope you did, but if you didn't, here's the recap. New device to Verizon Wireless, $149.99. Processor-wise, a little bit in between the HTC One S and the One V in terms of overall specs. 1.2 GHz dual-core CPU, 4-inch display, 8-megapixel camera. Then over here, 1.2 GHz dual-core TI OMAP processor. Got a little bit bigger 4.3-inch display. Where this one wins is that when I drop it out of my hands like a moron, it doesn't break. That's one thing. Also, a 3,300 milliamp hour battery. So it's a huge battery. We know Android's a power hog. Got the big battery here, don't have to worry about charging halfway through the day. But this thing does have ice cream sandwich as well. As of a couple of weeks ago, ice cream sandwich, Motorola stock user interface. Let's dive in and pick up where we left off for part 2. You can see contacts here. We're going to load up contacts because I want to show you some of the personal information management options on both of these devices, especially since this has been upgraded to ice cream sandwich. Now this is an area where HTC does a great job. They do a great job in 2 areas, and I say this in every single video. Personalization, so if you're all about customizing your ringtones, customizing your wallpapers, I'll show you that in just a second. They do a great job there, but they also do a great job in personal information management. So we're going to load up 2 different people here, Billy Bob and then Bill Stevenson. Again, like I said in part 1, a lot of stock ice cream sandwich influences over here on the DROID RAZR MAXX. If you're a stock fan, you love that pure feeling, but you don't like the Galaxy Nexus, or maybe you don't like it on Verizon for whatever reason, this is the device to go with now because it is very similar. And it's not as skinned anymore. Over here, still got some skin, but HTC Sense 4 has shed some of those influences, some of the things that have slowed it down over the past couple of years, and it's much better over here. So take a look here. Bill Stevenson, Billy Bob, you're going to see the preview, the picture preview here. You're going to see the star button, and then you're going to see edit, ringtone, block caller, and then down here you're going to see thread. This is what I love. So let's say Bill Stevenson and I are best friends. Let's say he's my twin brother. And Bill and I talk on a regular basis. From here, I can go into Thread and see, hey, we text messaged on Tuesday, we emailed on Thursday, we did a call history, we talked on the phone on Friday. Whatever the case may be, I can keep it organized and all in one place. And then updates, I can see updates about Bill Stevenson. And then over here, I can see gallery, where his pictures have been tagged. Over here, you don't get that. You get the shortcuts to calling and to text messaging and some notes, but you don't get quite the detail over here that you do over here. Again, color themes are a little bit different over here, and then I can see favorites, and then that's what favorites look like again. Very stock ice cream sandwich look and feel here, and then I can see my groups and more. So it's very fast and very zippy, and then I've got the shortcuts down here. But if you really are looking for a great personal information management system, any of the HTC devices that are running Sense 4 do a great job, and this one is no exception. So Bill Stevenson, as you can see here, and then I can go into the menu and edit and do some changes from there. On that note, let's take a look at the phone application because it has changed on both devices. This is a demo phone number, by the way, not my personal number. Recent, and then favorites, and I can easily see Phone Dog Aaron. Here's where I called him. So you can get to that information on the Motorola device. I don't want to make it seem like you can't do it, but I think it's a lot more organized over on the DROID Incredible 4G LTE. So I can dial 611, just for example, and then I can dial and see what the individual call screens look like right here. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And you can see the differences here. In call, and then I have this nice big picture, and then 611 right there. So both are pretty fluid in that department. Now let's switch over to camera and take a look. 8-megapixel cameras on both of these devices. And we're going to bring in the Galaxy S3 for a little comparo between the camera test here. So we're going to load this up. Bring up the camera here. 8-megapixel camera, 1080p HD video recording, giant flash on the screen because one of my spotlights is reflecting. But that's okay. Let's bring it over here and see what we can do with the DROID Incredible 4G LTE. A great picture. Now, unfortunately, if you're a fan of the One X and the One S, and you're a fan, more importantly, of the camera settings on the One X and the One S, you don't get those on the DROID Incredible 4G LTE. The burst mode, all of that stuff, you don't get over here. The image sense stuff does not come on the Droid Incredible 4G LTE. That said, the camera is still far superior on the Droid Incredible 4G LTE. Take a look at this. Incredible picture here. HTC has a killer camera, and it shows with this device. Not to say that it's bad over here, but in the camera department, the Droid Incredible 4G LTE is the winner. Let's take a look here. Charlotte, tells me I'm in Charlotte, and of course, kind of same setup here with the Motorola look and feel. But I can come over here and let's focus in. And there is my picture. So again, very unscientific test, but I will tell you after working with both of these devices, sending pictures around, it's decent on the DROID RAZR MAXX. It's nothing to sway you away by any means. If you've already decided that you're buying this device for whatever reason, the battery, the stockish look and feel, whatever the case may be, camera's not going to deter you. It's still a decent camera. That said, the DROID Incredible 4G LTE wins in the camera department. Let's load up speed test on both of these devices as well, because we want to see how they do, or quadrant standard rather, so we can look at a comparison, and then we'll talk about 4G LTE. Run the full benchmark here. I'll tell you, after working with these devices for a couple of days with the Incredible 4G LTE, and with a couple of weeks, actually a couple of months, with the DROID RAZR MAXX, I've been very impressed with both. Battery life, obviously, by a landslide goes to the RAZR MAXX. Incredible battery life. Like, I'm hard on my devices. I make a lot of phone calls. Galaxy S3 is a great device for me, at least in terms of battery, because it's 2100 milliamp hour battery. This thing blows even it out of the water. Incredible. Don't have to charge. I can make it about a day and a half before this device requires a recharge. Been really impressed with it. This one, call quality in terms of earpiece, very decent. A little bit louder on the Motorola device, so it seems to me. And then in terms of overall call quality when it comes to reception, a slight razor thin edge, no pun intended, to the DROID RAZR MAXX. I do see Motorola does a great job in the call department. Their wireless radios have always been great, and it continues over on the DROID RAZR MAXX with the software update as well. Took both of these to Verizon Dead Spot in Northeast Charlotte at various times, and I've been really impressed with both. Don't let it deter you, but if you're looking for something, you're in that fringe area where maybe you get 1 bar of service or you fluctuate between 0 and 1 bars, I find the RAZR MAXX in everyday use to be a little bit better. Quadrant standard over on the Incredible 4G LTE comes in at 4096. So 4096 over here. We'll see what it comes in at on the RAZR MAXX. A little bit less, 2880. So 2880 over here, 4096 over on the DROID Incredible 4G LTE. So speed test, the winner goes to the Incredible. Let's take a look here at speed test. Bam, bam. I want to show you some of these speed test numbers because Verizon's LTE in most of their markets, you'll find that it's becoming a little bit saturated. Verizon quotes speeds between 5 and 12 megabits per second on the download and 2 to 5 megabits per second on the upload. So still certainly fast in comparison to 3G, particularly EVDO Revision A. But that said, it has slowed down a lot over the months and over the years since it was launched initially in December of 2010. You can see here again, rush hour traffic right now may be playing a role in this, but the speeds are not incredibly great by any means. We're getting between 1 and 2. I've seen it go as high as in non-rush hour traffic in Charlotte between 10 to 12 megabits per second. But again, you're definitely staying within that 5 to 12 megabit per second range. You're not getting those crazy speeds like AT&T users because it's not rolled out everywhere and people haven't picked it up as quickly. Unfortunately, with Verizon, it has been a little saturated. That said, still relatively decent speeds. These are kind of fluke tests. In fact, at the point where I want to do a kind of a restart because I've never quite seen it that low. Very, very odd. And it always seems to be when I'm on camera. These phones just are camera shy. They just don't want to perform. Oh well. So be it. But they've both been pretty impressive. That said, again, it's kind of declined a little bit over the months and over the years just because it's a saturated network now as opposed to AT&T's LTE and then Sprint's when they roll theirs out on the 15th. Same thing. Like, it's a new network. Not many people are on it. You're going to get great speeds for a while. This is more like it, about 4.75 megabits per second on the download. On the upload, I see between 2 and 5, which is what Verizon quotes. These are still very, very slow speeds. I'm not sure what's going on at the moment. So, both great devices, and it's going to appeal to a couple of different people. You got this one for $149.99, and unless they've dropped it since I've looked at it last, this one's still $199.99 if I recall. So you're getting a $50 price difference. You're getting a killer battery over here. You're getting a great Android upgrade. Only one winner to the dogfight, though, and the winner of the dogfight is the DROID Incredible 4G LTE. Let me tell you why. A couple of reasons. One, the price point. $149.99 over here. And it's funny because you may be watching this and you're like, well, in the review, you said there were other options on Verizon that are better. Very correct. But this for $150. Price point's good. Specs are pretty decent. It's a pretty fast device. If you're an HTC fan, you're getting Android 4.0 and Sense 4. You're getting a decent battery life, 1700 milliamp hour battery. and a nice pocketable device with 4G LTE with a great camera. If you're looking for that stock ice cream sandwich look and feel, this is a hard dogfight because this is really great. On the software front, I would actually prefer in my daily use this over this one just because of the size of the screen and because I like the way that they've implemented this in terms of look and feel. It's still got some Motorola customizations, still got that kind of Motorola look and feel, but they bring back some of the stock Android stuff over here. And the battery is absolutely killer on the DROID RAZR MAXX. Absolutely killer. That said, winner of the dogfight because of an all-around package is the incredible 4G LTE. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com with both of these devices. Come to Twitter, stop in and say hello, and let me know what you think about this dogfight. PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. And hey, be sure to cast your vote for your favorite smartphone in PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings. Did not mean to kick that. Let's bring that back over here. Come on now. Come on now, Foot. We're not done yet. PhoneDog.com/rankings. Cast your vote for your favorite smartphone and let us know what you think, what you love, what you hate about your particular device. Thanks so much for watching. More to come on the incredible 4G LTE and the DROID RAZR MAXX, especially now that it has ice cream sandwich on PhoneDog.com. We'll see you next time.